There is a marketing guru his name is Peter Drucker, and he talks about how culture trumps strategy. One of my fellow colleagues, he consistently drains this into me, and it really used to piss me off because I'm like, I want to kill you when you say that. I want to strangle you for sure. And so I posted it because I was having this conversation with a girlfriend of mine about this specific thing. So what it means is that when you are used to having the same habit, you wake up, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you take a shower, etc., you have habits that you do in life. You cook things a specific way. You go to church on Sundays, or you meditate at this time, or you are in a relationship and this is the way it should go. It's like a habit, right? And it's not right and it's not wrong. It's just maybe how you were raised. You use this kind of toilet paper. You use that pan to make that dish. And so culture will sometimes trump strategy. Your strategy means your plan, your game plan, your plan of action, your how you want to execute. Let's say you want to change. Let's say you've gained weight and you're like, or you want to become a bodybuilder, you want to be toned, or you just want to feel healthy and you want to start working out. Well, if you have a plan, okay, and it's on your calendar and you're ready to do it, you're like, okay, I'm going to go. And then a friend calls you up that you usually meet up with. It's going to take a while for you to say no to that friend. Because that culture that you've created, the culture you create is are your habits. So it is hard, even when you have a plan, the strategy to execute, it will still be challenging for you to come out of the culture. So if you were raised in a culture of this is the way we respect our elders, this is the way that we treat our parents, we don't say anything, we just take everything in because we don't do that. But it's not a matter of disrespecting as a Mexicana or Mexican American, because I was born here in the US. I understand that sometimes the older generations might feel like it's a slap in the face because this isn't how you talk to your parents. This isn't how you XYZ. That's not how you do things. And so culture will trump strategy. Here are some examples. Even if you have a plan, let's say you get an accountability partner, that will help you. You make it a social event. Hey friend, come with me and let's do this together. That's how you can accomplish that goal more effectively, more efficiently. You will actually take action. It's more guaranteed, right? It's your approach. It's not right. It's not wrong. It's just, what is your approach? Do you want to just up and quit something? You want to quit smoking? You want to quit drinking? You want to quit people with Lent, right? Catholics with Lent. It's mind-boggling to me. They're like, oh, I'm going to do this for 40 days. And yet on the 40 or 41st day, it's like, I'm going to binge whatever it is that I just gave up. I'm like, well, what was the point of that you wanted to give that up? Was it just to improve your life temporarily because you wanted to do a cleanse, or because you were really hunkering down, wanting to give something up and sacrifice something for a religious cause? Because all you're going to do is pick it back up. I've seen it. I was raised Catholic. Yeah. Example, if you were raised a specific religion and as an adult, you don't practice it that much, or you're not doing too much of it, and then you meet someone or you go visit your parents, and then you end up going to the religious service. Well, it's going to be harder for you to say no to your parents. Hey, I'm not going to go to that church, or I'm not going to church. I don't believe that anymore. Because you want to avoid those conversations, because you don't want to get into it with them, because they're not going to understand you, or they're going to think you're being disrespectful again. And so it's easier to just go with the flow. When inside, right? Inside, you are not honoring who you are authentically. You are not being forthcoming and you're allowing other people to think, I'm going to do this for you, which isn't really a sacrifice. It's like, don't do that. It's not necessary. Don't do something for me so then later on you actually didn't want to do it and you sacrifice and then you end up resenting me. Let's not. Tell me what you'd like to do. Tell me what you wouldn't like to do. And let's go there. And if I deal with it, then if I get pissed off, that's my problem. That's not your problem. So a lot of people are not allowing themselves to take accountability to stand up for what what they believe. So what do you believe in? What do you not believe in? And it's mostly with this culture trumps strategy, this post of what I'm talking about is what are you willing to say and what are your boundaries with your loved ones, with your friends, with your partner, with your siblings, with your family members? And how can you have a conversation about how you're evolving or your thoughts about X, Y, or Z have shifted? Hey, I really want to get into this. Let's say you want to work out, but you've been with your partner for 10 years and they're like, I like my life. I do not want to go to the gym, blah, 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 blah. So how are you going to incorporate that? Right? Culture trumps strategy. It's the habit will take over your plan of action. It is what it is. If you have more questions about this, definitely DM me. I would love to hear, what do you struggle with if you want to, that you wanted to change, or what are you thinking about changing that you've tried and hasn't worked? And was this helpful for you? Leave your comments, DM. Talk to you later.